square circle sitting on the edge, a cold metallic witness to a broken solemn pledge, filled with the ghosts of a smoke that's passed away, the gray remains of a long and bitter day. The bitterness is sitting in the soot and in the grime, counting out the rhythm of a lost and wasted time. I see the outline of a conversation gone to stone, in a room where I am finally sitting all alone. I trade the comfort for a deep and dusty glow, watching as a heavy spirit starts to let it go. This is the brass and the hollow and the heavy kind of tray, watching as the memories all slowly turn to gray. Take the ashes and the smoke and the heavy kind of pride, show me a place where I no longer have to hide. I am walking through the hallway of a house that's made of bone, learning how to be a man who's better off alone. Just a body in the parlor and a circle in the hand, moving like a stranger through a lonely hollow land. The metal is so tarnished and it's cold against the skin, like the heavy quiet darkness that is settling deep within. I see the outline of the person that I should have been, before the heavy winter started closing slowly in. It isn't that I'm hurting or I'm filled with such a grief, but the way the entire summer was so incredibly brief. I am building up a fortress out of cinders and of sin, watching as the winter starts to settle deep within. I trade the sunlight for a deep and dusty glow, learning how to let the heavy spirit go. Let it burn, let it turn, everything I had to learn. No more smoke, no more joke, in the middle of the dark, let the ashes fall. This is the brass and the hollow and the heavy kind of tray, watching as the memories all slowly turn to gray. Take the ashes and the smoke and the heavy kind of pride, show me a place where I no longer have to hide. I am walking through the hallway of a house that's made of bone, learning how to be a man who's better off alone. Just a body in the parlor and a circle in the hand, moving like a stranger through a lonely hollow land. Cinders and gray, end of the day, everything just slips away, fading out, fading slow. Where the shadow wants to go. There's a hairline fracture running down the porcelain side, a jagged little canyon where the bitter secrets hide. It was a gift from a season that has long since turned to dust. Now it's sitting in the kitchen gathering a layer of mistrust. The bitterness is sitting in the stain upon the rim, like the memory of a light that's growing very, very dim. I see the outline of a morning that was filled with golden grace, before the heavy shadows started taking up the space. I trade the porcelain for a cold and steady clay, watching as the entire world just turns its head away. This is the china in the hollow in the cracked up cup, the final kind of poison that I'm forced to swallow up. Take the vessel and the liquid and the heavy kind of pride, and show me a place where I no longer have to hide. I am walking through the hallway of a house that's made of bone, learning how to be a man who's better off alone. Just a body at the table and a saucer in the hand, moving like a stranger through a lonely hollow lane. The heat is leaking out and it's hitting at the wood, leaving marks upon the surface like I never thought it could. I see the outline of the person that I should have been, before the heavy darkness started closing slowly in. It isn't that I'm hurting or I'm filled with such a grief, but the way the entire summer was so incredibly brief. I am building up a fortress out of ceramic and of sin, watching as the winter starts to settle deep within. I trade the sunlight for a deep and dusty glow, learning how to let the heavy spirit go. Let it leak, spirit is weak. In the middle of the week, no more steam, just a dream. In the middle of the dark, let the cup shatter. This is the china and the hollow and the cracked up cup, the final kind of poison that I'm forced to swallow up. Take the vessel and the liquid and the heavy kind of pride, show me a place where I no longer have to hide. I am walking through the hallway of a house that's made of bone, learning how to be a man who's better off alone. Just a body at the table and a saucer in the hand, moving like a stranger through a lonely hollow land. Porcelain and gray, end of the day, everything just slips away, fading out, fading slow, where the shadow wants to go. that shade is glowing red, like every word we ever said. The light is soft upon your face in this quiet golden space. The world outside can fade away. We have nothing left to say, just the rhythm of your heart. That's where every song will start. This is the warmth and the glow, the only love I'll ever know. Take the velvet and the light, hold me through the lonely night. I am swimming in your eyes, underneath these heavy skies. Just a spirit and a flame, whispering your sweet, sweet name. The shadows dance upon the wall. I'm here to catch you if you fall. The silk is smooth against my hand, like a walk across the sand. It isn't just a simple dream or a temporary scheme. I am building up a home where we never have to roam. I trade the city for your glow, watching as the feelings grow. Just a spirit and a flame, whispering your sweet, sweet name. Soft and gold to have and hold, a story that is never old. Fading out, fading slow, where the morning wants to go. Left a ribbon on the chair. I still can feel you standing there. A simple piece of crimson thread that says the things we never said. It's Smells of jasmine and the rain, it takes away the winter pain. I wrap it loosely around my wrist, like every time that we have kissed. This is the silk and the soul, the only part that makes me whole. Take the ribbon and the wine, tell me that you're truly mine. I am lost within your grace, in this warm and sacred place. Just a heart and just a string, waiting for the joy you bring. The morning sun begins to peak, I kiss the color on your cheek. The world can keep its busy pace while I am locked in your embrace. It isn't just a passing phase, or a fire that only plays. I am building up a life, free from any kind of strife. I trade the noise for your sweet song. This is where I truly belong. This is the silk and the soul, the only part that makes me whole. Take the ribbon and the wine, tell me that you're truly mine. I am lost within your grace, in this warm and sacred place. Just a heart and just a string, waiting for the joy you bring. Soft and red, words we said, lying in our Sunday bed, fading out, fading slow, where the summer to go. I found a locket in the hall, hidden right behind the wall. I clicked it open with my thumb and felt my heavy heart go numb. Inside was just a tiny space, but it held your smiling face, a little piece of yesterday that never seems to go away. This is the silver and the soul, the little frame that makes us whole. Keep the picture and the light, everything will be alright. I'm falling deep against my skin. I remember when you wore it first, back when we were at our worst. You smiled and told me not to cry underneath the summer sky. Now I'm keeping it so near to make the shadows disappear. I'm thankful for the way you stay through every hour of every day. Click it tight, day and night. You're the only source of light. No more doubt, figure it out. In the middle of our home, we never have to roam. This is the silver and the soul, the little frame that makes us whole. Keep the picture and the light, everything will be alright. I'm falling deeper into you, everything you say is true. Just a locket in my hand, the finest treasure in the land. Bright and small, we have it all. Standing steady, standing tall. Fading now, fading slow. Everywhere the heart will go. I heard the latch click in the yard. Living without you was getting hard. The flowers leaned toward the sound of your footsteps on the ground. The iron handle felt so sweet as we finally got to meet. No more miles and no more time. Everything is feeling prime. This is the garden and the grace. Seeing the sunshine on your face. Open the latch and walk on through. I've been waiting here for you. I'm anchored in this quiet bliss, sealed with a kiss. Just a gate and just a home. Underneath the blue, blue dome. The ivy climbed up to the roof of our love. I have the proof. You're wearing that dress, ending all this loneliness. We sat upon the wooden bench with a thirst we had to quench. Not for water, but for truth, like the days of early youth. Every petal, every leaf brings a sense of sweet relief. To hide, no more wait at the gate. In the middle of the yard, life is no longer hard. This is the garden and
grace, seeing the sunshine on your face. Open the latch and walk on through. I've been waiting here for you. I'm anchored in this quiet bliss, sealed with a long and tender kiss. Just a gate and just a home, underneath the blue, blue dome. Green and bright in the light, everything is feeling right. Fading out, fading slow, where the summer breeze will blow.
The needle finds the outer edge, a silent vow, a sacred pledge. The spinning wheel begins to turn with a fire that's meant to burn. I watch the black wax catch the light in the middle of the night. Everything is perfectly in tune underneath the rising moon. This is the rhythm and the soul, a steady spin that makes me whole. Drop the needle, let it play. Drive the lonely thoughts away. I'm dancing in a dream with you. Everything feels fresh and new. Just a record and a song where the two of us belong. The speakers hum a gentle bass as I look upon your face. The melody is sweet and low, matching how the feelings grow. It's not about the words they sing or the bells they try to ring. It's the way you hold my hand while we listen to the band. Every crackle, every pop, I never want the sound to stop. Spinning round, lost and found in this heavy, beautiful sound. No more static,
you're humming tunes while you pour the juice. Feeling happy, feeling loose. The table set for just us two, with a view of morning dew. No need to rush or run away. We got the whole of Sunday stay. This is the simple and the sweet, the sugar and the morning heat. Pass the butter, share the bread. Forget the things the world has said. I'm anchored in this breakfast bliss, starting with a maple kiss. Just a kitchen and a home, no more reason left to roam. The steam is rising from your cup. I love the way you're waking up. Your messy hair and sleepy eyes are my favorite kind of prize. We're talking about the books we read, planning every future seed. It's not a grand or golden stage, just a quiet, peaceful page. But in this light I clearly see you're the only world for me. This is what it's all about. No more rush, morning hush. In the middle of the day, everything is okay. This is the simple and the sweet, the sugar and the morning heat. Pass the butter, share the bread. Forget the things the world has said. I'm anchored in this breakfast bliss, starting with a maple kiss. Just a kitchen and a home, no more reason left to roam. Warm and bright, morning light. Everything is feeling right. Fading out, fading slow. Where the Sunday want to go.
Clouds are hanging low and gray, but you're the one who saves the day. I see you standing by the door, wrapped in the tan you always wore. You pull the collar to your chin before the city wine kicks in. There's room enough for both of us, away from all the downtown fuzz. This is the shelter and the soul, keeping every heartbeat whole. Underneath the buttons and the hem, the world is just a fading gem. I'm dry and warm within your reach, beyond the lessons people teach. Just a coat and just a spark, walking through the rainy dark. The water beads upon the cloth, as gentle as a forest moth. We're splashing through the shallow street with synchronized and happy feet. I tucked my hand inside your sleeve, the kind of trust you can't believe. It's not about the stormy weather, but the way we stick together. One big pocket for our hands, better than the finest lands. While the rest of the city slept, no more wet, no more fret. In the middle of the rain, we forget the winter pain. This is the shelter and the soul, keeping every heartbeat whole. Underneath the buttons and the hem, the world is just a fading gem. I'm trying warm within your reach, beyond the lessons people teach. Just a coat and just a spark, walking through the rainy dark. Soft and damp, the yellow lamp, walking like a happy tramp. Fading out, fading slow, where the rainy puddles go.
Pine wood against the wall, holding every rise and fall. You're reaching for a dusty spine in this little house of mine. Your fingers trace the faded gold of stories that are never old. I watch you read the poetry that you once wrote just for me. This is the paper and the soul, the quiet ink that makes us whole. Between the covers and the light, everything is feeling right. I'm lost inside the lines you say, in your own romantic way. Just a shelf and just a dream, flowing like a peaceful stream. There's a flower pressed on page 10 from the summer way back when we were young and full of fire, driven by a deep desire. Now the wood is worn and sweet, where our favorite authors meet. I don't need a grander view than a quiet room with you, sharing thoughts and sharing tea in a world of harmony. not a hollow cage. No more noise, just the joys. In the middle of the book, give me that special look. This is the paper and the soul, the quiet ink that makes us whole. Between the covers and the light, everything is feeling right. I'm lost inside the lines you say, in your own romantic way. Just a shelf and just a dream, flowing like a peaceful stream. Ink and wood understood, everything is feeling good. Fading out, fading slow, where the story wants to go.
Upon the windowsill, when the evening air is still, I polish up the heavy lens where the distant horizon ends. I'm looking for a sign of you in the hazy shade of blue. Then I see you down the lane, walking through the gentle grain. This is the vision and the soul, the narrow glass that makes me whole. Bring the image sharp and clear. Now I know that you are near. I'm focused on the way you move, fitting in a perfect groove. Just a tube and just a light, bringing you into my sight. You're carrying a heavy bag with a little yellow tag. I can see the way you smile from at least a half a mile. The brass is warm beneath my hand, like the spirit of the land. It's a long and lonely view until it finally lands on you. Adjust the dial, turn the ring, hear the way the shadows sing. In the middle of the glass, watching the moments pass. This is the vision and the soul, the narrow glass that makes me whole. Bring the image sharp and clear. Now I know that you are near. I'm focused on the way you move, fitting in a perfect groove. Just a tube and just a light, bringing you into my sight. Bright and gold, a beauty that is never old, fading out, fading slow, where the distant hilltops go. Oh yeah. Ooh. raincoat table, tracing the lines as much as I'm able. The edges are frayed, a soft paper lace, just like the years we've spent in this place. Here is the corner where the tea once spilled, and here is the mountain we promised to build. The crease in the middle is worn almost through, right where the highway led me back to you. You marked the shortcut with a pencil so light to guide me home through the thick of the night. We don't need the compass, we don't need the star. I know exactly just where we are. It's not about the miles or the cities we've seen or the empty spaces that lie in between. It's the way your thumb rests on the valley below, pointing the way that we both want to go. A map is a promise, a map is a plan, drawn by the heart of a very lucky man. Gently put it away. We found the location where we're going to stay. The ink might be fading, the paper is thin, but look at the beautiful world we are in. No more searching, no more where, just the breath of the quiet evening air. Every tear in the page is a step that we took, better than any map in a book. North and south, word of mouth, everything we dreamed about, fading out, fading slow, where the open highways go. They've been sitting in the box since the end of June, waiting for the needle to hit the right tune. Smooth brown leather without a single scuff. I guess the quiet life just wasn't enough. You bought them for a night that we haven't found yet. A silent wager, a beautiful bet. I see you looking at the laces and the heel, thinking about the way the dancing's gonna feel. Don't leave them in the corner, don't leave them on the floor. I'm standing here waiting by the bedroom door. The leather might be stiff, but our hearts are so free. fancy white crowd to play the kind of soul that is funky and loud. Every little mark that you make on the wood is writing a story that is finally good. It's the way you glide when you think I don't see that brings all the magic right back to me. Is the start of the fun. The long season of waiting is finally done. Step to the kitchen, step into the light. Everything is looking so incredibly right. No more resting and no more dust in a house full of love and a house full of trust. The best kind of shoes are the ones that are worn, just like the love that was recently born. Heel and toe, watch them go. More than you will ever know. Fading out, fading slow, where the dancing shadows go. It's been sitting on the mantle for a week or two, still sealed tight with a drop of wax so blue. I know the handwriting, the slant of every letter. Each day I wait, I think I'll know you better. You wrote it in the kitchen while the coffee was cold, holding on to secrets that are yet to be told. I haven't broken the seal, I haven't torn the page. I'm savoring the feeling at this tender age. Is it a list of the places you want us to go, or just 3 little words that I already know? The mystery is sweeter than the ink on the sheet, like the heavy summer air in the middle of the street. I carry it around in the pocket of my coat, the most important thing that you ever wrote. Maybe I'll open it when the sun goes down, or when we're finally leaving this sleepy little town. Just knowing it's there is enough for my soul, a piece of your heart that makes me feel whole. I can almost feel your breath upon my face. I'll keep it in the dark, I'll keep it in the light, saving the ending for the middle of the night. No more questions and no more why, underneath the vast and the purple sky. The best kind of letter is the one I don't read, because your presence is circle of silver, cold and bare, resting on the table by the stairs. I stripped away the old house and the car to show you exactly just who we are. No more weight pulling down on your hand, no more boundaries across the land. Just a simple ring for the two of us, far away from the city and the metal fuzz. You took my hand and you added a key, a new little door for you and for me. It isn't for a mansion or a heavy iron gate, it's for the garden shed where we used to wait. We're unlocked in the morning and the afternoon, dancing in the kitchen to a funky tune. The ring is getting heavier with the life we make, a beautiful promise that we'll never break. It's the sound of the metal when you're coming home, the sweetest music wherever we roam. Hanging by the mirror, hanging by the light. Everything is feeling so incredibly right. We don't need 100 locks on the door. We found what we were searching for. No more wandering and no more lost, counting every bridge that we had to cross. The best kind of ring is the one that stays through the long nights and the sunny days. Turning click, moving quick, everything is starting to stick. Fading out, fading slow, where the open doorways go. In a frame of sky, watching the world go rushing by. I'm on the front and you're on the back, balanced together on the gravel track. The spokes are singing a metallic song, keeping the rhythm as we move along. No more engines and no more glass, just the smell of the morning grass. As I steer us through the old dirt paths that lead to something new. I feel your laughter against my spine, everything is feeling perfectly fine. We're not racing and we're not late, we've left the city at the garden gate. The rubber is humming on the sun-baked road, carrying such a beautiful load. Is the tilt of your head when the wind gets strong that makes me feel like I truly belong.
our messy hair. The brakes are squeaking a little bit too, but I don't mind as long as I'm with you. No more traffic and no more noise, just the simplest of human joys. The best kind of wheels are the ones that turn with a love that's quiet and a heart that burns. Spin and roll, heart and soul, taking back the full control. Fading out, fading slow, where the summer breezes blow.
Is heaven black and it's seasoned with time, holding the flavors of a life so prime? You're standing there in your apron strings, whistling the melody the kettle sings. The heat is rising from the blue flame stove. In this kitchen sanctuary, our little cove, I watch the way the light hits the oil, away from the city and the daily toil. You toss the herbs with a flick of your wrist, better than any dinner that I've ever missed. The iron holds the warmth like you hold my hand. The simplest magic in all of the land. It's not about the spice or the fancy plate, or how many hours we had to wait. It's the quiet steam and the shared first bite in the middle of a soft and Tuesday night. The metal is dark, but the feeling is bright, filling the room with a deep delight. Stay. We've got everything we need for the day. The surface is rough, but the heart is smooth. The kind of rhythm that's meant to soothe. No more hunger and no more cold in a story that's waiting to be told. The best kind of fire is the one we share in the quiet of the evening. Yeah. Salt and heat, something sweet, making our little world complete. Fading out, fading slow, where the kitchen embers go.
It fits in the palm of my steady hand, a heavy little piece of the promised land. The silver is cool and the glass is clear, counting the moments that I hold you near. I wound it up tight at the break of the day to keep all the shadows and worries away. The gears are turning in a rhythmic dance, giving our story a beautiful chance. Every tick is a heartbeat, every talk is a sigh. Watching the clouds in the afternoon sky, you're leaning your head on the side of my chest, where the silver and steel have come to rest. It's not about the hours or the minutes we save, or the way that tomorrow is starting to behave. It's the weight of the metal and the gold of your hair, in the middle of the soft and the sweet smelling air. We're not chasing the sun and we're not in a race. We found our own rhythm and our own steady pace. Close the lid gently, let the spring unwind. There's no other treasure that I'd rather find. The silver is weathered, but the timing is true, connecting the world of me and of you. No more rushing, no more when, starting the cycle all over again. The best kind of time is the time that we spend where the beginning meets the beautiful end. Tick and tock, steady rock, turning the key inside the lock. Fading now, fading slow, where the ticking moments go. A woven cradle for the fruit and the wine, tucked in your arm, looking so divine. The straw is pale in the afternoon glare, as we find a patch of clover over there. You spread the checkered cloth upon the weeds, ignoring the city and its heavy needs. The handle is smooth and the lid is tight, keeping the picnic away from the light. You pull out a peach and you offer a slice. Everything about this moment is nice. The juice is sweet and the air is still on the gentle slope of the grassy hill. It's not about the feast or the silver spoon or the way the sun hits the afternoon. It's the way you lean back and close your eyes underneath the vast and the open skies. The wicker is strong and it carries the weight of a love that didn't have to wait for fate. Let the crumbs remain for the little birds in the country lane. The weave is tight and the straw is old, but it holds more treasure than a chest of gold. No more rushing and no more plans, just the touch of your warm and steady hands. The best kind of day is the one that's simple, marked by the curve of your favorite dimple. Straw and twine, feeling fine, drinking up the summer wine, fading out, fading slow, where the rolling meadows go. It's been sitting here through the frost and the sun, where all our quietest talks have begun. The green paint is peeling in a few little spots, marking the years and the tangled knots. You're sitting so close that our shoulders touch, in a world that usually asks for too much. The wood is cool against my back as the evening light begins to crack. We're watching the fireflies start their dance, lost in a long and a peaceful trance. It isn't about the grand things we've done, or the battles that we've already won. It's the way you rest your head on my frame, while the sunset whispers your beautiful name. The slats of the bench are a steady foundation for the heart's most silent and sweet conversation. We've carved our initials where no one can see, a small secret bond between you and me. Stars are beginning to wake in the sky as we let the rest of the world go by. No more movement and no more chase, just the stillness of this sacred space. The best kind of home isn't made of stone, but the quietest bench that we've ever known. So stay right here until the morning dew. There's nothing else I'd rather do. Moss and pine, truly mine, everything